It's a MERS.
Yeah.
It
Keeps all
my...
your stuff though, right, man?
No, this is actually, I don't know what I would do without it. Because you break it down, 2 cell phones, a phone charger, a lot of cash and all that just doesn't fit too well in my skinny jeans. So it's mandatory.
Questions? What are your emotions right now about the season, Evan?
Obviously, finishing so quickly wasn't, definitely a plan. And, to a certain extent, it was, shocking. But, that's what happens, I guess. We've gone, up and down all season in regards to being on the roll. And, right now, I guess it wasn't, the run didn't work in our favor. But still a great season. A lot first for me, to win a division, and especially in the West, is definitely an accomplishment. Going a 13-game win streak as well was definitely, even cooler to experience, especially when we weren't really projected to do as much. And, I thought it was a fun year.
Did you figure out better how to fit in the system and the team?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think just, what I've been doing, just guarding and, taking shots when they're there and, distributing. That's pretty much it. And, just trying to, be a leader, on and off the court. That's basically it. And, learn my role and accept it.
You mentioned the goods and bads a little bit of the season. Will you, I don't know, when you reflect back, will you remember the good stuff or will you only remember the stuff at the end?
I remember the good stuff. That's all, that's what occurred. Obviously everybody's going to bring up the bad stuff, but, you don't really let it, you take what you can from it, along with anything, and, also appreciate what you accomplished and the opportunities you had. And, you look back on where you were a year before and you know how much differently it was. And we had a lot of great moments and a lot of great accomplishments. And, it's definitely cool to have been a part of.
What's your summer looking like? What do you want to work on this summer?
I'm just, right now, just getting my body back right, trying to stay slim. And, once again, just, trying to get better playing off the ball. This will be like, next summer will be like my 3rd full year doing so. Getting acclimated to it and just getting in better shape and better lateral quickness and, physical strength to be able to read and react to, the people I'll be guarding as well next year.
Is that toe, is that going to be fine with rest?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll be fine. I'll be on the right type of diet during the off season to make sure I won't feel it at all, So just a little rest and relaxation and some of my favorite drinks and stuff like that. That'd be dope.
Evan, what is this team missing?
That's tough to say, honestly. I think in certain standpoints, we definitely all have to be more consistent. I think, one thing that may help as well is, it's no jabs or anything, but, building an identity outside of our two strong scorers. They're terrific offensively and everything like that. I just think we have to, obviously, sometimes in our darker days, in our darker moments, we sometimes go downhill when a team fully focuses a lot of attention on our stars. And, I think sometimes we might need certain, when guys got hurt too during the playoffs, but, I think we need certain plays and certain structures to kind of prepare just in case that occurs. Because, sometimes when it hits the playoffs and stuff, the blueprint's out on that. And, you just really have to combat it in a sense. And I think, myself and my teammates also have to step up. And I think, also it's a somewhat of a process that you do throughout the season where you'll be prepared, in situations where you really, really need it. So I guess that's it. Obviously, I really sat back and looked, but, anytime you can just get, great depth, what I'm saying? Especially, we've been injured a lot. Have great depth would be something as well. Oh, think that.
Mentally, how tough is it to go through the entire season and then have it just stop?
Wait, what'd you say?
Mentally, how tough is it for you when you have to go through the whole season and then it just stops after 4 playoffs?
Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, it's definitely tough. Like I said, we all were, preparing to play, deeper into the playoffs, and worst thing that could occur is just 4 in and 4 out. Especially with the type of season that we've had, and if you're not mature about it, or you're dramatic about it, you kind of dive too deep into the end result, and it's definitely tough, and it's terrible that it happened and everything, but. Like I said, you have to, I guess everything's a marathon in a sense, and it's going back to the drawing board, and we were in a different position from last year than we are in here now, and, nobody likes to hear, hey, we're 4 up, 4 down, but, be positive, but that's the only way you can really look at it, to tell you the truth, positively, because the results are results, so.
Do you think there was a bit of shell shock losing the first 2 at home with you guys, or how did you handle that?
I mean, I think anything, when you're losing at home, especially when we've done such a great job at, playing at home and everything, it was kind of like, I guess it was shocking more so than, man, they play well. You know what I'm saying? Even at the end of the game 1, we had a couple plays where it could have went either or. We battled back twice from 15 down when they got hot. And, they played really well. And, we have the ball with a minute left. In transition, and we're down 1, and, things just didn't bounce our way. We had a lot of 50-50 plays where I think sometimes it could have been hustle, but sometimes the ball got hit by 100 different people, and that played a big factor into the game and battling back. So you just know anytime you win 1 on the road in the playoffs is huge, and to win 2 is the confidence, momentum really showed in game 3. You know what I'm saying? And that it's just, in the NBA, it's just a game of runs.
Have you met with Neil and Terry yet?
Yeah, I met with them.
What was their message, and what was your message to them?
No, I mean, the biggest thing was just, Terry just said make sure you stay slim, you don't get as big as you once did last summer. And, my message back was okay. Yeah, all right, I got you. But, my biggest thing was just, trying to figure out, what we needed, and they were asking the plans. And, right now everybody's just trying to unwind. And, once I figure out what I'd like to do this summer, I'll reach out to them for help and things like that.
New Orleans has won 9 in a row. How far can they go in the playoffs, do you think?
Who they play next?
Probably Golden State.
Yeah.
Do you think they could possibly beat them or not?
I'm gonna say this because I really, if you know basketball, you really have to take some things into account. You got a playoff Rondo who is great. You know what I'm saying? To give him 4 games or a week to focus on any team, I think he can help a lot. Drew Holiday, always been great. He's alive and he's awoke, which is dangerous. And I think people that know basketball and people that know Drew Holiday, they kind of know it's not a hot streak. He can really go give you 30 or 40 and be pure hell and lock you up. So I think that can work in their factor in a sense. Anthony Davis, he's unguardable. I mean, they're playing, man. The whole city of New Orleans is behind them. They're playing, man. They're playing great. And I think, like I said, man, basketball's a game of runs right now. And, if they can deliver the first hit and get a win in Golden State, it could be interesting. I know Steph's trying to come back, and you can never knock those guys' experience and what they've been through, and the type of champions they are and how battle-tested they are. But, I'm interested to see how it can go, because I know for sure unlocked Drew is pretty dangerous. And I comprehend. And we all see how Rondo plays. He's a home run hitter, but he's always solid. You know what I'm saying? He can mess around, go get 2 or 3 triple-doubles. Anthony Davis is a problem. I don't know. But then you got KD, who's a problem. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't have an answer for you, but yeah, that's going to be a great series. And whatever Drew does, do not be shocked.
Evan, does your gut tell you there's going to be significant or big changes with this team next year?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, how many people do we have up? We got a few people up, right? And then, yeah, see, I don't really know any of that stuff. I'll figure it out when it happens. I don't really pay attention to it because I'm not in the room. You know what I'm saying? But if it is, to each his own. And I think the biggest thing about this league is adapting and adjusting to to the info you're given. So if that's the case, and to each his own.
All right, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, ET.
Thanks.
You ready to go?
Huh? Yeah, almost, man. I got the grotto being put in, so it'll be smooth. I don't have